Hey guys, Breeze here, and today I'm playing Fate Night Rhapsody. We are in Act 1, episode, goodness knows, I think 2. And right now, Alteria just saved 2 knights from a ogre. And yeah, that basically sums up where we're at right now. Yeah. Legendary king that everybody heard of, King Arthur. Perhaps it was much easier to identify the sword than the person. The King of Britain, King Arthur. So it was someone you knew, Arthur. Yes. The childhood sweethearts who parted ways for countless reasons met each other once again, as though this was the making of fate. But when Alteria's eyes landed on the twin braids on the back of the blonde-haired youth's head, she froze in shock. That's... She lowered her head. Her facial expression became cold and indifferent. An overwhelming guilt flashed across her face. Luckily, no one noticed presently. Are the two of you taking the knighthood trials? Yes. The silver-haired sage smiled, and suddenly applauded unexpectedly. The two youths were stunned, unable to comprehend why the silver-haired sage began clapping his hands. Congratulations to both of you! You have passed the test. Huh? But we were... Question mark. Promptly, the silver-haired sage took out 2 emerald gems embedded with scriptures and gave it to them. Give this to the examiner. He will understand what this means. From long ago, he knew that this day would come. For Lucian and Bedivere. That this was the last round of knighthood trials. In other words, those that possessed the qualification to become the knights of the round were determined while they were young. About half of the candidates were those that Merlin had chosen. The other half were those that could withstand the test of time. And now, this is the time for reaping the harvest. Once you return to the city and obtain the knighthood insignia, I will personally knight you on another given day in a formal, honorable ceremony. Yes, King Arthur. This is indeed a great honor. This is a must. From now on, you will be in the service of Britain. Yes, Your Majesty. The king is Britain, and Britain is king. At that time, the first knights, at that moment, no, even till the end, always believed that that was so. In reality, going to Mount Patrick was an easy task for them. Setting King Arthur's skills aside, Merlin's familiarity with this place made it seem as though he was strolling in his own backyard. Merlin, I thought you brought me here because you wanted me to protect you on this journey and to assess my skill levels. But how come this was not what you thought? Yes. Well, if that's what you want to think, I'm fine with that too. But... in truth, I just wanted to have a companion with me. This is a rather boring trip if I don't have someone to entertain me. This old geezer. For this frivolous reason, you want me to set this country's business aside just so I can entertain you on your trip? Ah, you get so angry so quickly. How could I not be angry? Besides, it was you that said the treasure would be something that would change the fate of the country. That's the reason why I came along with you. With regards to this, I did not lie to you. The silver-haired sage walked towards the mountain peak, leaving behind a shocked and confused little knight. Yes. If it wasn't obtained by you, then it would have no meaning. This is... Something was strange. I should have remembered everything clearly in my memories, but how come I have no recollection of this? Did I forget? But this should be somewhere that is important. Or that is to say, I have already started to change the original fate. So history is moving in a direction that I have no knowledge of. Has the beauty of this place rendered you speechless? No, it's nothing. Is that the final destination? What are we here to extract? Well, it's at the bottom of the lake. The sword in the lake. I remember this. The silver-haired sage pointed to the lake. The lake appeared to be a deep abyss. You're not wishing for me to dive down there, are you? It's okay. I'm afraid of deep water too. Feels as though if you dove in, you would never get back. It looks so deep. No one said for you to dive in. And besides, you never learned how to swim. Well, that's true. The blonde-haired girl's stature sank, as though the comment hit the bullseye. But didn't you say you wanted me to retrieve it? Of course. Don't pick on the elderly, eh? If Merlin wasn't going to retrieve it, and he didn't want her to dive into the lake, what was she supposed to do? Take out your caliburn, and let's do an experiment. What you're saying is, no way. I want you to burn this lake dry in one slash. What the heck? Did she hear right? He wanted her to use the sword and the stone to do this. I'm gonna say first. Okay. Let's question this. But this is not the battlefield. What would happen to the creatures that dwell in the lake? Just when she mentioned this, the blonde-haired girl glimpsed at the lake that was surprised to find that there was no fish within it. Not even a single minnow. This lake was surprisingly quiet, as though it were a mirror. Do you see, Arthur? End of video.